Hi, my name is Yasu from Japan, and in my video, I drink and introduce Japanese sake in both Japanese and English, and then also I talk something about Japan or myself or whatever that comes to in my mind in English while I'm drinking sake. And then today I'm drinking AMANEKO. It's Aramasa, so it's actually one of the rare sake. It's from the Akita prefectures, and the sake brewery's name is Akitashuzo. The name of the sake is Aramasa AMANEKO Spark, and then it says that there's a lot of descriptions for this sake, but it says it's a sparkling. So it's not regular amaneko sake. Well, let's see how this sake is gonna taste like. They use akitakomachi rice to make this Japanese sake. So let's see how this sake is gonna taste like. I tried amaneko a couple of times, and it's a very interesting sake, the amaneko, this one. So this is cat, by the way. There's a time that I drank amaneko. I really think it's really great sake. Another time it didn't taste so good, so it's very different to me. And this one is of course amaneko, but it's like more like the sparkling one. So let's see how this sake is gonna taste like. So cheers. The first will smell. Oh, it's very fresh, refreshing, sour, sweet smell. I actually like it. And then the flavor is it's a champagne. It's like a sparkling wine, so it's definitely sparkling sake. It's very sparkling. I feel like I'm drinking champagne. Sour but sweet, and then what is really different is that as an aftertaste, a lot of like sparkling, tingling sensations, but also I can taste the rich rice sweet flavor. So it's actually good. So if you like, drinking champagne or sparkling wine, and you want to try the like sake flavor, the rice flavor, definitely you should try amaneko spark, because that's the name of the it says amaneko spark, means amaneko sparkling Japanese sake. It's a good one. Yeah, because it's a sweetness comes from the rice, so it's not that sweet like you imagine, so it's actually a very like clean cut. It's good. Anyway, so one of the major company in Japan called Sharp, they produce like TV or like air conditioner, all those like washing machine. I don't think they produce car. It's like Toshiba or Sony, but they didn't do so well, and they were nearly bankrupt, and they got I think they got bought by Taiwanese company, so it's supposed to be a Taiwanese company right now. It's a very well-known one in Japan, and then after the acquisitions, I think the Japanese people's perception is still Sharp is Japanese company, but in fact it's no longer Japanese company. And a few days ago, the news came out and it's saying that the shop, the company, did their common language, they will make it English even though it's in Japanese. And there are a lot of companies did that, and one of the major company actually did that a long time ago. That's Rakuten. And it's hard to measure whether being like setting the like company language, the primary language as English, the Japanese, has contributed to Rakuten's success or not. However, they've been growing, so one way or another, I suppose it contributed. And then now the shop, the company, they will actually set their company primary language as English, no longer Japanese, and then they will take 1 year to transit. And also, the publicly they announced the current CEO, who is Japanese, is stepping down, and then the new CEO, he's, I suppose, Taiwanese. And then the public relation, the statement says that the new CEO will continue to learn Japanese. And in that way, but like, so yeah, when the statement, setting their primary language at the company as an English one, and then they can actually train people to become more global, and they can actually attract more international global talents from all over the world. I'm not sure. If anything, if they will do that Taiwanese way, then I think it can succeed. Because as far as I know, in Taiwan, it's very common for people to just keep changing the jobs like in the US, and also seeking for more opportunities, more money driven or career driven. It's not like Japan. And then if that's gonna be the case, then SHAPR is officially becoming, in Japanese terminology, gaishike company. It's like a foreign entities company. In Japan, there are companies like a Japanese company or foreign companies, and foreign companies called gaishike, and their salaries are usually very high compared to those people are employed by the Japanese company, but their employment status is not as stable compared to those people who work for those Japanese company in Japan. If SHAPR is becoming like that, then I think they will succeed. If anything, becoming, setting up the more competitive environments, seeking for the international reach, trying to capture the market internationally, making more money and more, becoming more profitable, then I think there is a good chance for them to come back, because right now SHAPR is not really doing well. And hopefully those employees, the Japanese ones especially, like they will adapt, especially the younger ones. It's a big opportunity for them. And then like one of the best way to learn foreign language is just keep using, like I do. Yeah, nowadays like it's getting harder for me to use English, but at the same time, like whenever I see Chinese language, it becomes much easier and more natural for me to understand. So I guess I'm becoming really trilingual, but not that fluent in Chinese yet. And on top of that, so there is an official Twitter for Sharp, the company, and it's quite unique. That Twitter accounts talks of tweets. That Twitter account has actually a personality. It's kind of like more like down to earth personality, nothing like most of the regular official companies' Twitter accounts. And one of the foreigner who lives in Japan, I think he works for Bloomberg. I'm not sure. I need to check it. But like after the news came out about Sharp is actually setting the primary language of the company as English, not the Japanese anymore, that Twitter account actually asked that Sharp's official Twitter account and saying that, is this true? And prior to his action on Twitter, the official Sharp's Twitter accounts actually tweeted saying that, yeah, our company's primary language will become English soon. But it does not mean that I will tweet in English. I will continue to tweet in Japanese. Afterwards, the foreigner who lives in Japan, made a comment on the tweets and saying that, is this true? And then suddenly, the Sharp's official Twitter account started to reply to him in English, and also made a few English tweets. And then he typed in English, but like the Japanese way, it says "katekure." That means buy our products. It's very, very fun to see that interaction. I'm not sure if it's already pre-orchestrated, like pre-coordinated, so it happened in a way that it's already planned. I'm not sure, but if that is not the case, then it's really fun to watch it. There's a good vibe, there's a good communications, interactions, of course, from the foreigner side towards the Japanese company, and also how the Japanese companies react to that tweet in English. It's just creates it builds up the fantastic chemistry, and then sends a very positive message to the world about Sharp is becoming and changing and becoming more international. To be honest, I'm not sure how successful it will be, even the whole force people to start speaking English, not Japanese mainly. But if anything, it's a good change, especially for the younger employees. So I hope those younger people will learn English, Chinese, or any other language, becoming bilingual, trilingual, and grab more opportunity to become successful in a field that they want to pursue. But for me, I'm just gonna keep drinking sake and then talking both English, Japanese, and then hopefully from next year Chinese as well. Well, we'll see what's gonna happen. But anyway, Aramasa AMANEKO, it's a good one. It's too sparkling, so it's not really for me. I like it, but I cannot drink too much. Just like that's in the same reason that I cannot drink beer that much. But if you love drinking beer, champagne, this one should be for you. So I recommend you to try it. And then I think that's it. Oh yeah, before that, if you somehow feel that, okay, why don't I, support this, person, me, which is me, please subscribe to my channel. So I hope to see you in my next one. Until then, please take care. For now, じゃあね、bye bye.